thank you so much for coming back to my channel. My name is Ken St. James. Thanks for coming back. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get bodacious cleavage. But I'm going to go ahead, there's a few different ways to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to spend a 3-part video on how to do boobs. Because honestly, let's face it, boobs are one of the most sought after things by drag queens and people who want to know how they do it. And so I'm going to show you. And this is going to be the one where we actually paint them on. And so we're going to actually be painting them on using a bra. And we're going to be making them and making them look as real as possible. It is definitely harder than it is, and I'm sorry for not showing up in complete drag. I just wanted to go ahead, and I would feel kind of awkward dressed kind of as a woman to show you a boob tutorial on how we create those. So I just decided to come as a boy because I can take my shirt off and it's okay. So but you know, I just want to go ahead and show you how I do it. So sit back, relax, and let's get fabulous. But before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click that bell notification button at the bottom of the screen. And if you don't like this video, I am so sorry, but please like, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell button at the bottom of the screen. I love hearing from you guys, and I love to see what you guys are doing. And let's get fabulous! So in this video, it's a 3-part kind of series for this one, because this is all about boobs and how women and how drag queens go ahead and get their breasts. And so I want to go ahead and start off with the first one, which is when you're really just starting out and you're really broke for money. And so we're going to show you how we do it with makeup and just a simple bra. It's all about drawing the curves appropriately, and that's how we really do it. And so there's another ways of using a breastplate. And then other ones are just using inserts, which you will have to still do those with some kind of chicken cutlet, some kind of breast form, or some kind of like sock or something like that. Whatever you do, don't try water balloons at home, or don't go to a drag show with water balloons in your boobs or for your boobs. Only reason why is because you can have a sickening explosion. So just so you know. And so I just want to go ahead and let you know, this is going to be the episode where I show you how to go ahead and draw on boobs and make them look somewhat real as I can possibly make them at this moment. They are very tedious and they are very hard because you're drawing a triangle up here, and then you're drawing this, the 2 curves, and then you're trying to mirror real breasts, but at the same time you're also trying to thin them out because you want them to look as real as possible. So I'm going to try to show you guys, and just so you know, it might not be perfect, but just let me go ahead and add that this is something that just takes a lot of practice, and I'm going to show you how it's done. So before we get started, you are going to need a list of various essentials for this particular task. I use a couple makeup brushes. I use really thick ones. You just need a couple of thick. You don't really need the thin ones. You need like 2 or 3 really thick ones so you can just easily sculpt out what you need to go do. The biggest thing is with these makeup brushes, you want to go ahead and use the ones that are just really thick. Reason why is you just want to be able to draw on yourself. You don't need really fine lines. I mean, you can if you want to, but like you don't really have to, because you're gonna be blending these anyway. So, and the reason why I do this is the reason why I say get 3 big brushes is because all your other brushes, if you are in a show, your brushes, that might be the last thing you can find is a big brush. And so go ahead and just, typically at a club, we go ahead and use whatever brush we can find, but it's typically either our wipe away brush or it's our contour brush that we use to make these. And in some situations, we can just quickly draw it on. Other times when you have the time, go ahead and really just do it because it really takes the time, and it makes you a little bit more well respected, in my opinion. I am using 2 shades of the Krylon. I'm using 2 different shades of Krylon, the paint sticks, and I have one dark and like my contour shade, and then I have one very light, like a highlight. That's what I do use. I also am using the one and only setting powder. It's translucent powder. It's by Airspun. This is at Walmart. You can get this for literally $5. And for me, it's my little, I use a contour palette that's gonna also create the shadow. We're gonna use this to create the shadow. It's in a very dark color. This is by MAC, and this is a very dark color. And this is more gonna complement the curvature And then I also use a beauty blender for blending, of course. And then we also use, this is what I personally go ahead and use. It's by Anastasia. It's a glow palette, and I go ahead and I put that on the highlight of my breast swell. So whenever the lights do catch it and you're in the middle of a club, you're in the middle of performance in the end, and the lights are all on you, if it catches the light just right, it's gonna give you a shimmery, glittery effect, and it's gonna look really dewy. And that's what I use for mine. It comes with a various sets of light colors, and so I'm gonna use the pink that we have here, so it'll complement my skin tone and it'll still look lighter. We first take off our shirt, and then we get a female size bra on that fits your body, how you feel that it would how you would imaginarily would feel that it would actually fit you. And we just put it on like normal. I kind of put it on backwards and funny, but you know, we put it all on in a different way. And so I put mine on this way. And so this will give us a really good idea of where to start drawing our highlights and our lines. So here we're going to be going and getting our lightest shade, and we're going to draw kind of like a triangle shape, as even as you possibly can, as straight as you possibly can. This is really hard to do, but you put your highlight right in between the two, like so. After your triangle shape is done, now we're going to take our dark foundation stick, and we are going to start drawing the curves of the bosoms. And we're going to try to overlap it a little bit with the highlight so we can blend it down later. Try to make this as even as possible. I know mine didn't turn out the best, but you know, normally I would just be taking this off and doing this over again. We take a beauty blender and we start blending out the edges to make them look smooth. Blend, blend, blend is all you have to do with this thing, and it'll start to both of the colors will start to mesh together, and they'll start to mesh out really well. So now we take the lighter shade of the foundation stick and we put it on the inside, and not only is that going to correct a little bit of that one line that we made that's a really harsh line, it's going to go ahead and make a highlight for our breast to make it look kind of 3D-ish. And that's what we want. That's what we're going for. So go ahead and do that, and that should only take 2 seconds. And after that, you can totally take this bra off. It's no longer necessary. And now you see your lines of where you're working with. And now we're going to go ahead and blend those together, and those lines to further refine the inside, as well as blend everything together, as well as on the outside too. Oops. Now we take some translucent powder, and we're just going to go ahead and set all that so your foundation does not move, and that is how we are going to start doing it. Then we're going to take our darkest contour shade, and we're going to start refining that line that we made before, because it kind of disappears after a little while. So we're going to take that dark powder and we're going to go ahead and start drawing those lines again to give us more dimension and more depth. So you're going to go ahead and refine those lines, but then after you're done, you're going to take another brush, another big old thick brush, and you are going to do the lightest shade of your glow palette. And what that does is, this is what I do, it's my little trick, and I go ahead and I just put it on my swell as my highlight because it draws attention to it, and when the lights are on you, it catches it in such a way to where it looks really dewy and it looks really, really, really nice. And so that's what I do for mine. And after a while, you put your bra back on after you're done with the desired look, and you put your bra back on and you can start stuffing it with whatever you would like to. And you have a new bodacious set of tatas. Please make sure to use a setting spray. I did not in this one, but this will also keep the makeup from moving around on you and getting on your clothes. So this is the revealed look. So basically, if you just take it off and you see it, you just see curves. And so when I put on something that's low cut or whatever, some outfit, you basically will just see these lines, and in the lights of a club or those high density lights, they will go ahead and they'll shine and they look real as can be. And so that is how we do it. And then the only reason I do something a little different, and I put on a highlighter, a shimmer dust. So whenever the light does catch it just right, then you'll see a gloss and it looks dewy. And that's why I like doing that. It's because it'll catch with the light, but not necessarily with everything else. It doesn't look super painted on. And I really like that. I kind of just do a simple pink with my skin tone, and that's what I use. But that is the finished look, and so I'm gonna go ahead and return it back, and we're gonna go ahead and conclude this video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. I really do appreciate you guys' continuous support, and it just humbles me every day just to see all you guys keep coming back, just to watch what I do and see what I'm doing, and I really want to give a special thanks to one of my fellow fans and one of my fellow friends. They actually went and bestowed upon me a new piece of fan art. I've never had fan art, and I've always wanted a piece of fan art. It was actually really kind of cool. I never thought I would actually be able to go and get it. And they sent me a piece of artwork, and I was really excited. They just said that I could use it whenever, so you'll be seeing it throughout my videos if I can try to figure that out on the cameras. And I just want to say a big thank you to Anakoni Liddell Baker, because they did a beautiful masterpiece of Candace, and Candace turned into a Barbie doll. I am not gonna lie, it was super awesome. And I just want to really thank him for that. And I'm just ready I'm just super excited for what's to come, and I cannot wait. You guys have a great rest of the day. Let's get fabulous!